Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Depew High School for the first annual Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game from Depew. It's the American League versus the National League, as the teams have been devised by our own Tom Prince, who is running the public address today. He just introduced the American teams here at the Gerry Gentner All-Star Game. All seniors in today's contest, the first annual. We turn it back over to Tom Prince to introduce the national squad. We'll be back with first pitch after this.
Next, representing Falconer, Ashton Beckerink. She's off to Pete Bradford. Next, representing Falconer, Hannah Cross. Hannah's off to Hockening. Next, from Fredonia, Erin Schreins, and she's off to Duquesne. Next, from Fredonia, Lila Cameron. She's off to the University of Pittsburgh. Next, representing Frewsburg, Peyton Yost. She's off to Gannon. Next, from Frewsburg, Reagan Chittister. She's off to JCC. Next, representing Frontier, Emily Lackey. She's off to Edinburgh. Next, also representing Frontier, Madeline Ventry. She's off to UB. Next, representing Kenmore East, Madison Esmond. She's off to Fredonia. Next, representing Hamburg, Jenna Crowley. She's off to Geneseo. Next, representing Lancaster, Brooke Dawes. She's off to Geneseo. Next, representing Lancaster, Caitlin Romanowski. She's off to Gary. Next, up to from Lewiston Porter, off to Buff State, Megan Galbraith. Next, representing Lockport, Anna Kasha. She's off to N-Trip. Next, representing Maple Grove, Tessa Reed. She's off to Geneseo. Next, representing Medina, Faith Oberthur. She's off to KCC. Next, representing Norden, Juliana Verney. She's off to Purdue. Next, representing Norden, Sophia Will. She's out to Middlebury. Next, representing Newfane, Julia Dumas. She's off to Princeton. Next, representing Niagara-Wheatfield, Alana Leeshak. She's off to St. John's. Also representing Niagara-Wheatfield, off to N-Trip, Grace Albano. Next, representing Performing Arts, Liliana Lopez. She's off to Niagara University. Next, representing Southwestern, Allie Durnell. She's off to the University of Nebraska. Next, representing Star Point, she's off to Rutgers, Bailey Briggs. Next, representing Star Point, Mariah Schatz. She's off to Golden Beacon. Next, representing Sweet Home, Olivia Kowalik goes to Upstate. Next, representing West Seneca West, Neck Miller. She's off to Vernonia. Next, from Williamsville North, Haley Lermer. She's off to St. John Fisher. Next, also representing Williamsville North, Alyssa Bessel. She's off to St. Bonnie's. Next, representing Wilson, Bella Farina, and she's off to Vernonia. We're now going to bring out Jack Cruiser, who's going to sing our national anthem to kick things off for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we welcome you here to Depew High School for high school softball. It's the All-Star game here tonight. A few technical difficulties we get squared away before we kick things off here. Intros completed, anthem sung. We are ready for All-Star Softball. I'm joined by Paul Catrona. I'm Jack Cruiser. We'll be joined later in the broadcast by Kevin Hufford and numerous players on each of these teams. Francis Beck is producing today's broadcast. Tom Prince, who usually would join us on the broadcast, has been running the public address, as he will be doing all day here from Depew High School. It's the first annual Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game. And Paul Catrona, I could not be more excited to see the amount of talent that we just saw get listed off here today.
Well, Jack, first thing I have to say is Jack sang the national anthem. What a voice. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for these young women to come out, play with all their friends that they've gone through high school with. I was counting the number of players, 71 players here tonight. I think I saw 148 smiles, though, somehow. Every one of these young women are just beaming to be here, just so happy to be here. And I'll tell you, it looks like a standing room crowd only. Number of proud parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, school supporters, other students. It's a great night. I was going to channel my Tom Joel's imitation, but I will say this: it's a salubrious night for a ball game.
Well, I can't follow that up much better, Paul Catrona. A beautiful intro for beautiful softball here tonight. Plenty of Division I athletes we will see today, as Tom Prince introduced the two teams just moments ago. And plenty staying local as well. St. Bonaventure, Niagara, Dieuville, Buffalo State, plenty of local products. But then some kids going as far as Texas, some California, Princeton we've got, Purdue. Across the nation, Buffalo will be represented well next season.
We certainly will be, and with what it looks like with these young ladies, well represented. It's a great opportunity for them to end up their high school career, see one another one more time, and then, as you said, all across the United States, Buffalonians, bringing the love that we have in our community to other areas in the United States.
MJ Martin will be getting things going here in inning number 1. She'll be representing Williamsville South and the national roster. First pitch of the game hit the batter as our pitcher to start things off from Nardin. It's number 18, Juliana Verney. And Verney throws the first pitch quite inside, and it catches the batter from Will South in MJ Martin. Now Anna Dovey steps up, cracks one to the pitcher. Turn to second for one. In time to first for the first double play of the game in the top of the first.
Wow, what a beautiful double play. And we're pretty close to the action down here. I don't think if I were in that batter's box, I'd be very comfortable. That ball is moving.
Already 2 outs gone by in the top of the first as the pitch is up high. Rihanna Perkins out of Roy Hart. We'll see Perkins later in today's game on the pitcher's mound in the circle and also play shortstop in the 5th and 9th innings. A 1-2 count to Perkins. Our first strikeout of the game to Juliana Verney, and she will wrap things up in the first inning. To close out the top of the first, we'll head to the bottom of the first inning as the American lineup looks to respond after a double play and a strikeout from the Nardin pitcher in Verney. We'll be back with the bottom of the first after this on Western New York Athletics.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
We're back for the bottom of the first. I'm Jack Cruiser, joined by Paul Catrona. It's the Gerry Gettner Senior High All-Star Game, and we're joined now by Narden pitcher Juliana Verney. Juliana, good to see you. Good top of the first you had there.
Thank you.
There we go. We got you live now. So coming to this event, it's super laid back, but you're starting on the mound. When did you get told you were going to lead off the game?
As soon as I got here, I looked at the lineup and saw my name and was super excited to be throwing with Sophia, my catcher from Narden. So just ready to start off the game strong.
At that point, you hit the first batter you saw. Take us through that moment. Just any nerves that you had coming into this game. I know it doesn't mean anything, but.
I mean, there's always nerves going into a game you love. You always want to win. You always want to do your best. And, you know, that first pitch wasn't my best, but go up to the second batter, make that double play with the girls in the field, and there's no better feeling than coming back from that, you know, little mistake.
That
in the
was
first.
a tremendous field and turn and throw. That was a great play to watch. Really nice double play there.
When you've got other infielders around you in a game like this, how familiar are you with this infield, and did you get any chemistry built in the first half hour you were here?
I think we're all just really excited to be here. I don't personally know a lot of them very, very well, so just kind of knowing their names and knowing that every girl here, you know, deserves to be here and is super talented. So I'm really confident in the defense that's behind me.
There you're going.
Can you tell us how the Narden team did this year?
We did really well. We had a really strong team. This year we graduated 4 seniors, so we got some younger girls coming up behind us, but it's really, really exciting to see what they're going to do in the future. We ended up making finals this year, really confident in our team, and I had a really amazing time for my last year, senior year.
Great.
Heading off to Purdue next year, what was the recruiting process like for you?
It was definitely weird because of COVID. I think it kind of screwed every senior up. But, you know, as soon as I went on my visit, it was just a super family-oriented program. And literally the second I got to dinner with the coaches, I just knew it was the place for me.
That's awesome. So you liked the campus. You went there, saw the facilities and everything. What struck out to you about Purdue and Indiana in general?
I definitely love the campus. Kind of secluded, but it's really beautiful. Super natural. I love the nature. But it's really, I love the facilities, I love the team. It's a really high competitive culture, and it's very high academic, which is what I was looking for. The best high academic school with the most, best athletics I could get as well. But I think overall the family-oriented idea of the program struck me the most.
That's great. Now, any leanings on what your major might be?
Yeah, I'm going to study kinesiology and hopefully minor in bio as well.
Wow, great. I always say the young women's teams always have the greatest GPAs in college, so I bet you'll carry that tradition on.
That's my goal.
Good for you.
Hannah Cross goes down swinging for the first out of the bottom of the first as Madeline Covelli out of Orchard Park, who's had a tremendous season for the Quakers. She stands in the circle for the first inning, of course. If you're just joining us, the Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game from Depew, the first annual, first of its kind. There have been All-Star games before this where all players, sophomore, junior, seniors would play. What does it mean to be a part of the first annual of an event that will continue on for many years? I memean, it's obvious that softball is growing in Western New York. There's a lot of good players coming out right now, a lot of Power 5 schools, a lot of Division I, Division II, Division III. Just girls that are going to go compete in college. Not many people do that, so it's really exciting to see kind of the atmosphere growing, and this event is just the first of many. That's just a sign that softball is, getting bigger in Western New York. You talk about wanting to continue your academic excellence at Purdue and how strong of an academic institution it is. Covelli throws a 4-pitch walk there as we've got our first base runner in the bottom of the first for the American League team. When you talk about that academic prestige, you definitely had that at Narden. Would you agree over the last 4 years? Talk about your experience with the Gators athletically and in the classroom. Yeah, so Narden's a college preparatory high school. So it's always instilled in you that, school comes first. And that's the same for college. You're a student athlete first. Or I'm sorry, you're a student before you're an athlete. But, the term student athlete comes hand in hand. So, being really driven in the classroom and on the field is really important. I was a part of the National Honor Society, and I was really excited to be a part of that program at Narden.
And going into Purdue, I actually got accepted into the Honors College. So, that high academic place in my heart, that's what I'm looking to do in college, is do well in school.
Emma Call steps up and rips one into right field, rolls all the way to the fence. It'll score the first run of the game as Allie Green, her Red Devil teammate, comes around to score. And how about an inside the park home run to get things going? 2-0. The American League takes the lead.
May I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So you're very competitive. It's an all-star game. They just scored 2 runs. You want to get back out there and win this game?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, good. It's funny because athletes, really, really fine athletes, like to win. And
We're
always
all
like
very
to see
competitive
it.
girls.
Yep.
I know that for sure.
That's great.
Well, we'll look to see you step up to bat. You're due up in the lineup, so we'll let you go. Thank you for joining us, and good luck the rest of the way here today and in your future at Purdue.
Thank you so much.
So 2-0 our score in the bottom of the first, Paul. We couldn't have asked for more talent in the lineup here today, as we've got, as Juliana mentioned, players up and down the lineup for both teams heading off to D1, D2, D3 programs, local, traveling. It's a beautiful sight to see, and we've already got our first run, and you could see the speed on display there from Emma Call.
Oh, my bad, my fault there. I was thinking she was on. She's the pitcher. She's actually hitting, so her team's up 2-0. But you know what I really loved was her focus on the academics.
This one cracked into left. Another base hit. Covelli gets hit here. She's not used to that. Turning around second base. And coming home, the play at the plate. The tag is applied. Julia Dumas out of Newfane heading to Princeton, was heading home looking for the second inside the park homer of the day. However, for the national team, catching behind the plate, it's Gibbons out of Williamsville East. She was able to make the play, out of Olean. That's Jojo Gibbons catching for Covelli currently. She applies the tag for the second out in the bottom of the first. Paul, when you look at these teams, I'm not going to ask you anything too pressing here.
Sure.
The pitchers, obviously impressive up and down the lineups, and we'll see 18 of them here today throughout our 9-inning game. That, quite frankly, the score doesn't matter in a game like this, but if you were a pitcher on this mound, you'd want to get up there and get down 3 up, 3 down in your 3 at-bats, yeah?
Yes, and that was my point before is, yes, it's an all-star game. Yes, it's an honor to be here. Athletes want to win tiddlywinks if they're playing tiddlywinks. And these young women have been playing competitively for a long time. So it's a celebration. We had this argument or discussion going back and forth earlier. And, does the score really matter? At the end of the day, perhaps not. But at this moment, to each one of these young girls, this is a very important game. So they're trained to win.
Covelli ends up getting the final out of the first inning. We'll take a break and come back for inning number 2. It's the Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game from Depew High School on Western New York Athletics after this.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
You insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Back for the second inning. Still a 2-0 game in favor of the American squad after an inside the park home run cleared the bases in the bottom of the first. We had a walk leading things off. It was Marissa Zumbel. No outs gone by. This one off a foul pole. 2-2 the count. Here's McKenna Panico out of Olean. The left fielder stands in at the right side of the plate. Swings at strike 3. Juliana Verney, a fine interview in the first inning. She's back in the circle and she's got one out down. Got to be nice, Paul, when you're a pitcher in an all-star game and you get to throw to your catcher that you've been throwing to all season long.
A little familiarity never hurts, right?
Verney getting a chance to toss to Sophia Will behind the plate. Swung on a miss. Well, Verney's definitely got that softball instinct that she mentioned. She wants to win no matter what the stage is, and so she's not going to hold back on bringing any of her stuff here.
No, and she looks from this inning, from first inning to this inning, boy, her stuff just looks good.
Another strikeout. That's back-to-back for Verney. Perhaps all she needed was to get on the airwaves, give a couple words, and now she's in the zone.
Loosened up a little. I've seen the ball go, you know how they throw it, underhand. It goes up, and it goes up, and then it goes up, and it comes down. She's an amazing pitcher. I was going to ask on the first pitcher was maybe she was crowding the plate and she wanted to just, after talking to her and seeing how driven she is, like just send a message.
Throw down to second in time. That'll be the final out of the top of the second. We head to the bottom and see how the Americans do up to the plate right here on Western New York Athletics. Come on back.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
We welcome you back to the Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game, the first annual of its kind. Good to have you with us here on Western New York Athletics as we get ready for the bottom of the second. It's a 2-0 lead for the American squad after an inside-the-park home run cleared 2 bases back an inning ago. Paul Catrona, joined by myself, Jack Cruiser, and we've got some special guests here as well. Kevin Hufford, head coach at St. Mary's. You won the title this year. Good to have you on the broadcast. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Also, Bella Farina, you're joining us on the broadcast as well from the St. Mary's Lancers off that Monsignor Martin winning championship. How many titles is that in a row now for St. Mary's?
3.
3 back-to-back-to-back. Well, you can call that a dynasty in the
That's
MMA.
a dynasty, anywhere I've come from.
Well, it's good to have you both on the broadcast here. A day like this, Bella first, a day like today, what does this mean to you after your senior season?
You know, it's really awesome just getting to be back on the field with some of my teammates, Anna and Lily, and just seeing and celebrating all these seniors before we go off to college.
Now, you got some familiarity on the team as well, playing with a couple Lancers. When you get named to an all-star game like this, what, anything expected? Did you have any plans with anyone that you had to cancel this weekend?
No, honestly, I was just super excited to be able to get here. I'm not traveling with travel at all, so it was a perfect opportunity, and I'm really excited.
This one cracked up the middle. The first base hit of the bottom of the second goes for Nardin's catcher, someone you may know quite well playing in the Monsignor Martin out of Nardin. That was Sophia Will, who stands on first base. Now, plenty of athletes getting into games today will make the life tough for an announcer.
That one just keeps getting hits. She had 3 against us in the first time we played against them. And from what I hear, she plays hockey, I think it is. I think it's hockey. Whichever sport she plays other than softball is her big one. And you wouldn't believe that to watch her play against us.
Heading to Middlebury to play ice hockey.
All right.
Is Sophia Will, so you nailed it.
Bella, I've got to ask, you're wearing a University of Houston hat. Nice. Did you get a bunch of what do younger people call it? Swag. I'm old.
No, I actually haven't gotten any yet from the school. I wasn't able to get them before I graduate, and I don't think I get anything until I get there. So I just bought this to wear for travel.
Looks good.
Gotta
Looks
represent.
good.
Thank you.
How was the recruiting process like for you?
Honestly, with the virus and everything that it did, it kind of threw it in a whirlwind, but you kind of just got to stick with it and trust that everything will work out. And I ended up committing kind of late, but everything happens how it's supposed to.
No such thing as late.
Nice play in the infield there at second base. Olivia Ruggio out of Will South knocked that one down, got it to second in time for the first out in the bottom of the second. In a game like this, do you care at all about winning, even though there's no prize at the end?
I mean, honestly, you always want to win. You want to go out there and put heart into it, but I think it's more about having fun and getting to be with everyone and being with my teammates one more time rather than winning.
And so you said you're not traveling, you're not playing ball in a travel league.
No, I am this summer.
Oh,
I'm just home right now. Yeah, I actually
okay.
leave tomorrow for my orientation, and then I'm gone week after week for the rest of the summer.
Now, what led you to Houston?
Honestly, opportunities open up for me. I really like the warm weather. I have trouble in the cold. I don't like it a lot. And the coaching staff is just awesome there. I love them a lot, so just a good fit for me.
There you go. And what are you studying in Houston?
Exercise science.
Okay.
Yes.
As I've said to you prior, and I said before, the women's teams in college tend to have the best GPAs, and every athlete I've met in women's sports always have a really tough major. Nothing like I did with basket weaving or anything.
Well, they're smarter than us and
Throw
they're
down
more
to
mature
first.
than us at an early age.
And you'll be carrying the GPA for whatever that football game is or whatever that is, basketball, you know. They'll be glad to have you there.
Yes.
I know
Tessa
that's
Byrne.
true at Canisius, too. Canisius softball had the highest GPA of any of their teams this year.
Tessa Byrne over at first base and a dive back after a pickoff attempt from the catcher. This one popped high into center field. Under it, able to make the play all the way from Newfane. Is the center fielder for the national team. 2 outs gone by here in the second inning as we move on in the Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star game.
So, Bella, I'm assuming a lot of your games will be on some format. Your folks will be able to tune in, watch at least, and maybe get down for a game or two?
Yes, so they're all streamed on ESPN, the app, Plus with the membership. You can watch them all, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be great, right?
Yeah, not a lot televised unless we make it to the tournament at the end of the year.
But you're going to be there, so they will.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
They just switched their conference, right?
They do in July of 2023. They move into the Big 12.
Gotcha. So Big 12 Network.
Yes.
There you
They'll
go.
be on there, too.
Oklahoma and Texas are moving out, and then Houston, Cincinnati are coming in, UCF as well.
Has that movement within the college ranks and programs leaving conferences and anything, have you kept an eye on that and kind of even followed where you maybe wanted to go or anything like that in the recruiting process?
Definitely a plus to Houston knowing that they were moving into a bigger conference because, you know, it means more publicity and money for the school and more publicity for the girls and opportunities. So it was definitely a plus on my list, yes.
With the whole NIL deals now, have you gotten to talk with any pizza places down in Houston
I
yet?
have not.
Can't guarantee it would be as good of pizza as Buffalo,
Right.
but 2-2
No,
now.
I don't think in Houston they're going to be doing a great pizza.
Barbecue. Get barbecue.
Great barbecue.
Grace Albano, a 2-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Swung on and hit high in the infield. This one will find its way to the outfield, and the play is made. Cassie Gentner makes the play to retire the side.
Sorry.
All good, Coach. We'll be back right after this. Bella, thank you for joining us. We'll let you get back with your team and enjoy the rest of the Gerry Gentner All-Star Classic, the first annual. So good luck to you in Houston and the rest of the way.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll be back on Western New York Athletics right after this.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Top of the third inning. It's a 2-0 lead for the Americans. Teams devised today by our own Tom Prince. He tried to make the teams as even as possible, he said, taking some similar size schools, matching them up with equal competition, trying to get the best softball game for the All-Star game here today. All seniors on the field, both teams running about 40 players deep. We'll see all of them step up to the plate and all of them get into the field at some point today. A 9-inning game. From Hamburg, it's Jenna Crowley on the mound. Off to Geneseo next year. This one hit right back to Crowley. Throw over to first in time for the first out of the top of the third.
Love the fielding on those pitchers. We've watched boys last weekend and now the girls here. And I always say I'd love to watch a pitcher who can make a nice fielding play along with having a good arm.
Here's Emma Rosborski out of Cheektowaga. Tugging on the heartstrings of a former Warrior. The Warriors had a decent season this year. They made it to the semifinals in their class bracket.
It looked like she wanted to maybe lay down a bunt. Maybe a little strategy coming into play now.
Bunted down the third base line. Throw over to first in time for out number 2. Out of Eden. Here comes Jordan Lauer. Off to Edinburgh University next year is Jordan. The Eden Raiders a 15-2 overall season this year. This one, Lauren bounces into shallow right field for a single. The first hit of the third inning comes with 2 outs on the board.
Beautiful swing, opposite field hit. Hit right in between the players.
Now here we get to see another Lancer. Lily Lauk.
What do they say when there's person on base? 2 down. You're down 2. You're only 1 swing away from tying the game.
That one hit into left field. A stand-up single moves the runners over. Kevin Hufford joining us on the broadcast today. Kevin, thank you for taking time to put on the headset and join us.
My pleasure. I'm not good at this part. I like to watch and cheer for the kids.
We'll let you cheer as much as you want on the air here. It's all about the celebration of the athletes here today. And how about a stand-up single, moving a runner over for one of your players?
That's what she does. The kid just hits. She works very hard all off season long. I'm 99% sure she still hits with Rick Lancelotti. She's been hitting with him for a long time. Her old man plays baseball with him. Super good kid. UB's getting a good one there.
She's got a natural swing too. I was watching her as she's warming, swinging a little bit, and then her batting stance. She looked like she would get up there, and it's funny. So she goes to the opposite side.
She does that a lot. Almost predominantly takes that one.
Ripped to the hole in second base. Perhaps an error on the play. However, they'll keep the run at bay at third base.
Come on, Jordan.
And it'll bring up one of the biggest power hitters in Western New York in Madeline Covelli. Out of Orchard Park, the pitcher performed in the first inning and gave up the first 2 runs. She's got a chance to help herself and help her team get back into this one here. Bases loaded. Swings at this in the hole in left field. It'll score at least 1. Lauk holds up at third.
Coach, I got to ask you a question I had watching the young women play here today. A lot of first pitch swings.
Might be the best pitch you see.
Traditional, or just you you let them go and do what they see.
All these pitchers want to get ahead, right? So they're trying to throw that strike first. I want all my kids thinking yes, yes until it's a bad pitch.
Oh. Tipped into the mitt.
Is that Tsunami?
Behind the plate?
No, hitting.
This is Tsunami out of West Seneca East, yes.
She's going to Niagara.
Decent program up there over the bridge.
I'm a Griff's dad, no comment.
Griff's had a stellar year as well this year.
True story. It was a fun season. The softball gods were pretty good to the Hufford family this year.
Baseball gods as well, kind of the Griffs, taking home the MAC title.
Yeah, it's the first time in MAC history that the same school won baseball and softball. Same gap. Come on, Carly.
Moved into left. One will score. They'll again hold the runner at third. Perhaps some sportsmanship in an all-star game.
I don't know. Not with that kid, though. Carly's pretty fast. I would have scored that kid. Can't help it.
Even in an all-star game, no mercy.
Yeah, well, now it's tied. They would have been up one.
2-2 game, top of the third inning.
Spoken like a coach. I like it. And an aggressive coach. I could tell by his wanting to push that runner forward and get that run.
Oh, the kid on third base there, that's one of the fastest kids in Western New York. She could have walked home.
Jenna Crowley has a chat with her catcher out of Newfane, Julia Dumas. They'll get out of the inning, leaving runners on every base. A 2-2 tie after 2.5 innings of play. We'll be back with the bottom of the third as the Americans step to the plate after this.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
We're back here for the bottom of the third on Western New York Athletics. We thank you for joining us here from Depew High School, the first annual Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game. We're joined by Paul Catrona, Kevin Hufford, and our player for the bottom of the third, Alana Leeshak, out of Niagara Wheatfield. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
about
perfect.
as close as anybody ever got it on the first go.
So, Alana, you're announced to be a player in the first ever All-Star Game amongst seniors for the softball squads. What's your feeling when you get introduced as a player here today?
It's a really cool experience, seeing baseball do it for so many years, finally getting a chance to play for softball. It's pretty cool.
Now you've got one other teammate here today with you. Did you know any other girls on the team?
Yeah, I know a few from both teams, from travel ball or just playing against them in school.
Chop that down the first baseline foul.
Alana, a question I always ask, though it is it's an all-star game. Do you care if you win or lose?
No, this game's honestly just about wearing the uniform one more time and having fun with some girls that you never get a chance to play with because different travel teams and whatnot. So.
Okay, there's one for me.
We're here for the competitive side. We want to see some stolen bases. Might not get it.
Being a dad who's had girls in athletics and high end, my daughter was just talking a little bit, mentioning how much fun she had at these events. And I just asked her, do you remember who won? And she goes, no, not really. And she's as competitive as can be.
They don't have to remember who won, but they got to try to win in the moment.
Yeah,
right?
you try to win, but honestly, it's just about having fun.
Jessica Westmiller gets the first strikeout of the third inning as she caught the pitcher from Hamburg going down in 3. As Jenna Crowley takes a seat, and already an 0-2 count here for Westmiller. So out of Niagara Wheatfield, heading to St. John's. What drew you towards New Jersey?
I've always been into big cities and the New England area, so after hearing about them and meeting the coach, I knew like I'd be happy there.
Now with COVID and everything obviously affecting the recruiting process, did you have to do any extra work getting tape out or reaching out to coaches?
Honestly, I feel like it was the same even with COVID. You just send emails, videos, try to get to camps.
Call your hitting coach, have him call all his friends.
Yeah, maybe
Coach,
that too.
Coach Kevin Hufford, what can you say about our athlete?
This kid has been a special kind of hitter since she was 11, 12 years old. We have a station at our place that she came to since she was little. And I tell all the kids in the walkthrough that if you can spin this heavy bag around without a head start, I'll give you free lessons till you're done with high school. So I guess that means she has to pay now.
I didn't graduate yet.
All right.
It'll come out of the graduation check.
I would never charge this kid. I love hitting with her.
Alana Leeshak, thank you for joining us here in the third inning. We'll let you get back to your squad. Enjoy the rest of the All-Star game. We'll be back with you on the other side of this break.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
It's the top of the fourth inning here on Western New York Athletics for the first annual Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game, a 2-2 tie. I'm Jack Cruiser, joined by Paul Catrona, and this half inning, we've got Madeline Covelli out of Orchard Park. Maddie, thanks for joining us on the broadcast here.
Yep, of course.
Now a 2-2 tie currently as we head to the fourth inning in a 9-inning game. Is there any thought of trying to win this game, or is it just go out and have fun?
I mean, I'm very competitive, so any win's a win. I mean, I'm so grateful to be out here around everyone and just like-minded athletes.
I'm losing this battle on win, or is it just a celebration of talent? I'm older, so it's okay. You guys are younger, although athletes by nature are competitive. And you want to go out and win, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I want to win, but it's also, I mean, we say it's a fun thing, but everyone wants to win, right?
Now, Maddie, had you known any of the other players on your team entering today?
Yes, Bella Farina, very close with her. We did Sunday squad practices together. She's going to Houston, so very proud of her. Jay on the other team, she's going to Purdue. We go to the same pitching coach, so we hang out a lot. I know a lot of the girls, actually, so it's great to be able to play one last game with them.
So you got to play travel with a couple then, yeah?
Yes.
That must be awesome, just to be here today. Now, when you look at the uniforms, everyone wearing their own school colors, what does it mean to wear the Orchard Park maroon and white one more time?
I mean, it's definitely bittersweet, but I'm so grateful for all the memories with the team this year and in the past years, and I'm just ready for the next chapter.
Great, and you're going to the Big Red.
Yes.
Yes. That's Cornell University, in case somebody doesn't know, but it's a great school.
Yes.
Beautiful position schools, Southern Central New York.
Yes, I'm very excited to have the opportunity to go there, not only academically, but to be able to play softball at the next level.
When you look back on your senior season this past year, it was obviously an incredible run from Orchard Park, and that final game that we saw here just a couple weeks ago, is that still a touchy subject?
I mean, it's a touchy subject. I know everyone everyone wanted to win that game, but I'm just grateful for how far we came and how good the team was, and I'm sad to see some of the underclassmen and not be able to play with them again, but it was just a great season overall.
And it wasn't like Orchard Park fell to any scrub of a team.
Yeah.
Eddie Balk and Lancaster is quite the formidable opponent in a sectional championship game. First 2 outs gone by in the top of the 4th inning. It'll bring up out of Kenmore West, Julia Cipolla. Thank you, Tom Prince, on the public address here from Depew High School today.
Madeline, if I may ask, what do you have a major that you might be interested in, or not really sure yet?
The long answer is applied economics and management, but finance, basically.
Good.
So, yeah, I'm really excited to be able to just go to that school. And
yes. Yeah, you know, a lot of alum, and I bet a lot of alum in finance, and, you know, as you mature and reach out to those people in the future, they'll be, I'm sure they'll be looking at you and saying, sure, come join our corporation.
Yeah, yeah, the connection's great there, and that's one of the reasons I picked it. The alum and just the networking is just amazing there.
What was that recruiting process like for you?
So I committed pretty late. I committed October of last year, so it was like October of my senior year. It actually was a 6-month process with them, so it was a long process, but they wanted to make sure that like I saw their schools and it was like the right fit. But I kind of knew that I wanted to go there all along, but that was like just the main school that I never knew I was going to go there, but that was like the main school.
It was a school that you were really interested in.
Yes, and I really connected with the coaches and just everyone right away, so it was great.
It's awesome. We look forward to seeing you play next year at Cornell and throughout your college career, wherever it may take you. Madeline, thank you for joining us here today. We'll join you back for the bottom of the 4th inning here from Depew High School and the Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game right after this.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Back here for the bottom of the 4th inning on Western New York Athletics, the first annual Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game. Francis Beck on the 1s and 2s, Paul Cadrona and Jack Cruiser with you all evening. Peeking in and out will be Kevin Hufford as he's just sat down again. Currently, we're joined by our next interview on the day. It's Tess Spangenberg out of Falkner, heading to St. Bonaventure. Tess, thanks for joining us here for the bottom of the 4th, and congrats on making it for the All-Star Game.
Thank you.
So when you got announced as a player for this team, was it an expectation for you, or what was the thought process when you first heard your name announced?
This is a cool experience and a good way for us to meet new people and continue to play the game that we all love.
You show up today, everyone wearing their school's uniform one final time after graduation or just before graduation. What does it mean for you to throw on the Falkner blue and gold one more time?
It feels pretty good because since we lost in the regional game, I didn't want to finish wearing my uniform on a bad note.
So is winning a priority then today?
Yeah, and having fun for the most part.
I'm getting run over there. Okay, I surrender. I was talking about the virtues of being at an all-star game, seeing the other players, having fun, but not necessarily having the focus of winning. Yeah, that was probably my generation's idea. Your generation, let's win. I like the attitude, though. It's great.
So off to St. Bonaventure. What was the recruiting process like for you?
I spent a lot of time sending out emails to coaches, and NCSA helped a lot, but I spent a good amount of time trying to contact Coach House, and that was quite difficult because of the dead period, which we couldn't talk to coaches, and they couldn't contact us back. But it was interesting. He saw me play, and a couple weeks after that, he gave me an offer.
Are you excited about staying in Western New York and Southern Tier?
Yeah, it's close to home, but not too close, so it's like a good distance away.
Bona's a great school. You have some thoughts on what you might want to, take as a major there?
Yeah, I'm going to be a health science major on the physician assistant track.
Okay, that I have gotten right every time. You'll be helping, my joke has been, you'll be helping the school's GPA for their athletic department.
Lila Cameron goes down swinging to start the bottom of the fourth. 1 out gone by.
And how long have you been playing softball?
Since about 3rd grade.
And did you play any other sports in school?
Yeah, I played soccer throughout my whole life and basketball.
Wow, 3 sports.
Yep.
That's great.
So softball, what stuck out to you there? Why'd you go with that one for your collegiate sport?
It's just always been I don't know, my favorite sport. I had to choose between soccer and softball because I had offers for soccer too. And I just chose softball because that's what seemed like the best option would be.
Great. That's where your love is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, has anyone on the St. Bonaventure team reaching out to you in the past couple weeks?
Yes, a couple girls. We went to watch a few games during their season, and I was able to meet some of them.
I know, I'm just thinking off the top of that. I know Kennedy Haberl's there as their shortstop, and she's a Western New York product in her own right.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to meet her yet, but I've met some of the older girls, and they seem really welcoming, and I'm excited to play with them.
2 outs gone by as Emily Lackey gets struck out. The Lancer pitcher-catcher duo in there for the national roster here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs and 1 ball is the count. Make it 2-0. Throw down to first. Not in time. This past year of Falconer, any moments stand out to you? Obviously, winning the sectional title must be up there among special moments.
Yeah, we were back-to-back sectional champions, and it was just we had a good season, and my team was we meshed well together, and we also won the sectional title on a walk-off hit, and then we also had a couple other exciting games that led us to where we were that helped us throughout the season.
So I have to ask, though, do all the players at Falconer have those cool shades?
A couple.
There you go.
Bailey Briggs stands on second base after taking the bag on a pass ball. Chopped down the first base line and foul. A full count with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth.
Will the team start their fall practice once you're on campus or before?
I know the spring athletes go the same time as regular students, but we'll have fall ball play days and practices, but we haven't heard the days yet.
So really you're looking at both semesters, being a student and being an athlete.
Yep.
You have your work cut out for you, right?
Maya Hurley takes first base on a 6-pitch walk. Have you ever played in a game with this much talent in it?
I don't think so. All the girls seem pretty good. Even if I think most of them probably play travel by the looks of it.
So Tess, I see you're a shortstop.
Yep.
Have you played shortstop most of your career?
Yeah, almost my entire life. And I've switched between second and third too.
How about a double steal attempt that is successful for the American squad? tied 2-2 after having a 2-0 lead after one inning. The coaching was supposed to be lax, at least is what we were told from Ms. Switzer. Throw over to first in time for the final out of the fourth inning. We head to the fifth. Let's see what the national team can do at the plate to respond. Tess, we thank you for joining us here on the broadcast. We'll let you go back, enjoy the game. We'll be back with you for the fifth right after this.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Back for the fifth inning on Western New York Athletics, the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game. Softball finally getting an organized softball game for the All-Stars, ready to go for this season. Thanks to Tom Prince and the Western New York Athletics crew. Paul Catrona, Kevin Hufford, Jack Cruiser joining you for the broadcast, and Rihanna Perkins jumps in for the fifth inning. Rihanna, thanks for coming on. Let's give her a round of applause, says Kevin Hufford. Rihanna, your season this year, how'd it go for you? What were your takeaways?
We were 12-0 for our league, so we ended up winning our league, and then we made a pretty good run in sectionals. We ended up losing in the semis to Fredonia, but we made a good run.
When you think about the major memories from this season, what you'll remember with you moving forward to college and the rest of your life when you think back to your time at Roy Hart, what are some of those special moments?
My senior year was definitely one that I will never forget. We had a really core group of girls. We all hit it off really well in the beginning of the season, and it definitely we brought it out onto the field for our chemistry and everything, and we did pretty well with that. And then I broke my school record for number of strikeouts, so that was one of my goals because I had broken it last year too, so I wanted to break my own record again, so I ended up doing that, and then I ended up being player of the year for 2 times in a row, so it was pretty exciting.
Outstanding.
That's a goal of mine.
Read off like a laundry list of things that mean nothing. Some pretty high honors, incredible. Just a chance to talk with you, Rihanna. So when does it start for you with softball? Did you start at a young age?
I started when I was 4. My dad played at NU for a little bit, and he played at UB, and then he got drafted for the Florida Marlins, but he ended up getting an injury, so he couldn't play. So he helped me a lot when I was younger. I started playing t-ball, and then I played a little bit of like league, like at the fire hall and stuff, and then I played Rampage softball, I played Nitro, and then I'm playing Amherst Lightning right now in Luke Gehrig, and I've been doing that for a pretty long time, so I've been playing travel consistently.
Rampage softball. I forgot all about Rampage softball.
So T-ball, set the ball up. You did that when you were, what, 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yep.
I think I did it till I was 14. but you know, that was me. So you really got an extensive background in playing trying to think, not just local, but travel teams.
Yeah, I play Amherst Lightning and Luke Gehrig, and then I've also played for Western New York Pride and 716 Select. I played for them for a little bit. Yeah, I try to sub as much as I can, just get out there and play, but
right,
it's
repetition, right?
Yeah,
and against good competition. That's great.
Jojo Gibbons on second base after stealing. No outs gone by in the top of the fifth. Up to bat, Lexi Brennan out of North Tonawanda. So looking forward to next season, Rihanna, you're going to St. Bonaventure, correct?
Yep.
We were just speaking with another St. Bonaventure commit. What have you liked about the St. Bonaventure program that drew you to go to Ole?
I love the environment there. Coach Treehouse, I have him a ton. I can thank him over and over again for giving me an opportunity to play there. But they have a great environment, great group of girls. I'm really looking forward to going there. The chemistry there is just out of this world.
You've already been kind of immersed amongst the team?
Yeah, I've met a few of them. I ended up going to a camp there last August, so I met some of them. But I'm really excited to get started there.
Beautiful campus.
The Diamond's beautiful too.
Yeah, yeah, and
the
just
Joyce
far
family.
enough away.
Yep, I'm a family girl, so I don't like to be too far, but
Yeah, your folks will appreciate it though. They'll be able to drive down and watch
Yeah.
Atlantic 10. So, you know, a little road trip. That's not so bad, right?
Nope, not too
That's
bad.
great.
But also locally, for our fans at home, you can tune in and watch on ESPN Plus. A lot of games streamed either on TV or online for St. Bonaventure. Tough to watch some of their games this year, but when you go to a program that had a bit of a down year this past year, is there a sense of excitement to earn a starting role right away?
I'm really looking forward to going there and just trying to make my mark and hopefully get a starting spot. But I want us to excel in all ways this year. So hopefully when I get there, we can all us and Tess, we can work together and maybe we can pull out some wins.
And you know, you had mentioned something I always love about hearing from players. The team in high school, you felt really they were close. They were close knit, and that helps you when you're in a tight situation in a game. You know, you can depend upon them. That's an important thing to you.
Yeah. My school is pretty small. We have 100 kids in my grade alone. So there's only like 400 kids in my whole high school, but we all know each other because we all play other sports. Like there's some girls on my team I play soccer with in the fall, and then they play basketball together. So we all have pretty good, we hang out, like we all have pretty good chemistry. So it definitely created a spark.
And you were multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, I was the goalie for the soccer team. We ended up winning Section 6 for the first time in school history. So
Well,
that was
that's
pretty
exciting, right?
Yeah, that was a kickstart in the fall. So
That's great.
yeah.
Rachelle Saterick on second base. Over at first, it's Lexi Brennan. One out gone by in the top of the fifth. This one swung on down the first base line and foul. Gracie Amonte at the plate out of Cheektowaga.
And so you were a keeper.
Yep.
Keeper,
Yep.
and so I have a little soccer background. That ball comes pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I've been watching. We're up close here, and that softball comes pretty fast too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, being in goal definitely has helped me in the field. I started playing goalie when I was in 8th grade, and my side-to-side movement and stuff have gotten like quicker and faster just because of that. So I just think that plays a good role in softball too when you put it together.
Yeah, I think so because you know, to listeners who are listening, when you're watching when you're in goal in a soccer match, you really have to be side to side, watch the play. Almost guess sometimes where the ball might be. Similar to baseball, you never really know where this ball's coming from.
No,
so
yeah.
lateral movement helps.
Especially over at shortstop. Would you prefer, do you have a preference between pitching and short?
It depends on what I'm playing, honestly. Like if I'm playing school ball, I would prefer pitching, but if I'm in travel, I play short. But I'll get my pitching in too. Like I'll go in if I'm needed, and I also play some outfield, so I'll play wherever.
When you come into a game like today, we've asked everyone we've had on this question, is it trying to just go out there and have fun and not worry about the scoreboard, or do you see 2-2 and think, I want to help break through?
I wanna break through and definitely win, but I'm here to have fun too and play with some of my teammates and my future teammates and my past teammates. So this is definitely fun. This is definitely worth it.
So I'll let you in on a little secret. Jack and I were talking prior, and I always lean towards the experience. The game's important. Of course, you want to win. And he goes, no, it's about winning. So right now I'm being steamrolled by every athlete who said, no, I'm here to win.
Well, you're going to have a pretty crucial role to play coming into the 9th inning to play shortstop. Spoilers if no one told you yet, but you're going to be at short tonight. Currently at the plate, It's Emma Brown for Salamanca. 2 outs gone by, a 2-2 count along the turf. Runners 2 in scoring position in the 5th. The national team looking to take their first lead on the day. The first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game already halfway through. We thank you for joining us here on Western New York Athletics. It's been a fun softball season so far, and bases are now loaded.
This Kobe.
It'll bring up Lydia Kobe. All attention on the field at this point. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 5th, and you've got an all-star stepping up to the plate. Of course, everyone here an all-star, but Lydia, one of the brightest. A 2-2 tie. First pitch in the dirt.
Kobe might be the only kid that could beat Carly Caston in a foot race. Kid can fly.
So look out. We've already seen one inside the park home run today.
Rihanna, quick question. Would you want to pitch right now or would you rather hit?
That is a good question. Well, next inning I'm going into pitch. But right now, I definitely would want a chance to hit because my first at bat, I had an at bat against Juliana Verney, and she's very good. So I want a second round. So hopefully I can get one.
Megan Galbraith, no scrub in her own right, out of Newport. However, the count now stands to make it 3-0. Bases loaded. Kobe a chance to take the lead for the national team for the first time today. In the dirt. 1 run will score.
So I have to ask as a pitcher, I've been watching the ball. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it goes down. It's always thrown underhand. Now, how do you do that?
Explain it to us like we're 5.
So there's different spins. For the drop ball, you're going to turn over it so it drops, and then the rise ball, you're going to spin under it so it rises. So that's basically.
So you're actually coming underneath and spinning your hand.
Turn the faucet.
Kinda, yeah.
Amazing. I've been watching that, and I'm thinking it looks like an easy. Oh, and then it drops.
I know. It's.
And do you do that pitch?
What did you say?
Do you do that pitch?
Sometimes in school ball, yeah.
Can we get to see it today here in next inning?
Possibly.
Okay, now that I brought it up, you'll know I'll be rooting for you to do one.
Leah Frann chops that one. No play is made by Galbraith.
How many feet is it from the mound to the home plate?
It's 43. Yeah.
43
feet.
So for all the fellas out there that think they can hit this thing because, they're big and strong, that's hard. 43 feet. And how fast does that ball go maybe?
I've seen girls throwing like Maddie Ball. She throws like high, like 68, 64, 68.
So mid-60s.
Yeah, mid-60s. And then there's
43 feet.
Yeah.
I'm not a mathematician, but I know that's fast.
Baseball definitely has its own like spins and stuff. But I would say they're pretty equal when it comes to no challenges or anything, but when it comes to toughness. So.
And in all fairness, they're throwing it from 37 feet by the time they land.
Right.
Yeah.
Rihanna Perkins, we'll let you go. Thanks for joining us here on Western New York Athletics.
Thanks for having me.
Knocked it out of the park, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the circle. Thanks. We'll be back right after this on WNYA.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We welcome you back for the bottom of the fifth inning here on Western New York Athletics for the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game. As Tom Prince introduces our next batter for the fifth, down 4-2 is the American team, and with us we've got Star Point's Bailey Briggs. Bailey, thanks for joining us here for the fifth inning. Down 4-2, is there any sense of trying to rally the girls to get a comeback going here?
Oh yeah, I think we totally got this. Our team's very good. We have really solid defense. We just have to tie it all together now.
Some solid hitters across the lineup as well. Bailey off to Rutgers. How was the recruiting process for you, and what was maybe challenging out of all that?
It was very challenging. I think COVID really had a drawback on the whole thing, but I mean, positive came out of COVID, and I was committing, so that was nice. But I think it was a very confusing process, but I think that goes for everyone in the 2022 class.
So if I might ask, you were not able to visit colleges in person?
No, I was not, no. So it was really difficult, but then luckily this past fall at Rutgers, they invited me down for a, what's it called?
Just a visit?
A visit, yeah.
There you
Sorry,
go.
an official visit.
Your official visit.
Yeah, and then we toured the whole campus and everything, which was nice. And they didn't really have many COVID rules except you just had to wear your mask, so which was nice.
New Jersey drew you why?
So I play for a travel team out in New Jersey, so we go down there at least once or twice a month to practice with them. So I got familiar with the area, and then we always drove by Rutgers, so it's always been on my list of colleges to go to. So.
Did you always have Rutgers coaches come to your travel games
Yeah.
if you're
Oh, yeah.
right there?
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to let a prospect like Bailey Briggs pass them by, even though she's playing in their backyard. So when you think back to your time at Star Point and this past season, are there any moments that stand out to you as memorable?
My most memorable moment was my freshman year and my 8th grade year on varsity when I played with my sister. That was really cool because we, like our age difference, we never got the chance to play together, and then we did, which was really nice, so it was fun.
And did your sister play in college also?
Yeah, she's about to enter her senior year at Franklin Pierce, which is a D2 school in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
she loves it
it's a
there,
great
which is
school.
nice. Yeah.
Fabulous. Academically, any thoughts about what your major might be, or are you still going to figure it out?
I want to do something in the sports field, probably like sports management or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I bet. That's a great major.
Madison Esmond over at first base, reached on an infield single. No outs gone by here in the bottom of the fifth. Lila Cameron at the plate out of Fredonia. Did you know any of the girls on your team coming into today that were on the American squad?
Honestly, yes. I did know one person, Alana Leeshak. You interviewed her earlier at Niagara Wheatfield.
Yeah.
I knew her because we work out together,
Okay.
which is nice. So, yeah.
A bit of familiarity.
Yeah. But it's nice to meet new people and everything.
It's a short in time for one at second. They get the lead runner at Esmond. However, Cameron will reach first on a fielder's choice.
So if you get your sports management degree, you're going to come back and boss Ronnie around?
Of course.
Of
course.
Would you like to get into a professional organization, maybe manage an athlete, or?
Oh, yeah, like being a sports agent?
Would you like that,
Yeah.
or would you like to work for a club?
Yeah, I was actually looking at being a sports agent. But I got to get a little bit more familiar with the whole thing. And then
Plenty
decide
of
from there.
time
Yeah.
to win a couple Big East titles before then. 4-2 our score in the bottom of the fifth. 1 out gone by and a runner at first. So where does it all start for you, Bailey, when you talk about softball? Was it always your first sport?
Yes. It was my first love for sport, and then I did do swimming, but didn't click well like softball did.
Was it going to the meets and waiting?
Yeah, and the lines.
I had a daughter that she was a fast athlete, and I had on that same team she had an older sister who was a thrower, and the one that ran just said, I just can't sit this long.
This one hit up the hole to the middle. Step on the bag for 1. That's all they need to retire the side for the 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom, make it the top of the 6th with the national squad due up to bat. Bailey, we'll let you go and rejoin your team. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back on Western New York Athletics right after this.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
We're back for the 6th inning of the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Softball Game. Glad you could join us here on Western New York Athletics. Paul Catrona, Kevin Hufford, Jack Cruiser bringing you the action from Depew High School today. And for the top of the 6th, at least, we're joined by Jojo Gibbons out of Olean. Jojo, thanks for joining us here today.
Hi. I'm glad to be here. It's really an honor to play in this game.
The first ever Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game. Does it mean anything more that it's the first of what hopefully will be a year-after-year tradition?
I hope it will be. It's honestly so much fun to meet new girls and play with people you never played before. And I hope a lot of people get to.
And you really enjoy the competitive nature of it.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love the game of softball, and to play one more time in a Husky uniform, it's fun.
Look back on your senior year this past year. Any standout moments for you?
I would say, I mean, it's not fun losing, but making it to the sectional championship, it's always fun. I mean, it didn't come out the way we want it, but we had a good run, and Depew ended up going to state, so good for them.
Does it have any extra sting being here today, playing your last game on Depew's turf?
Not really. I mean, I love the Depew coach is such a nice guy, and he happens to be my coach tonight. So it's really fun to just talk with him and mess with him a little bit.
Coach Sealing coaching third right now as the national team is down they're up 4-2 after trailing 2-0 after one inning of play so far today. 3-1 the count now to St. Mary's product Bella Farina. Had a chance to talk to Bella earlier today, and she gets hit by this pitch. That'll put runners on first and second. Looking to extend the lead is the national team. Jojo, when you come into today's game, and then as it's progressed, has there been a sense of competitive edge that has been bolstered by the play?
Yeah, when the American team went up in the first inning, we were like, okay, we got to put the wheels on and let's go because we want to win. I mean, everyone wants to win.
And there you have it, Paul Catrona. Now, Paul came into this game saying, no, we're just here to have fun. No one's going to try. And even some of the coaches, we spoke to a coach on each side, Coach Switzer of the American side, and Coach O'Connor and Coach Sealing of the National. They both said no signs for stealing, nothing crazy. Has that changed since the start of the game? Any steal signs been thrown out?
Well, when I got on first base, the Depew coach was like, are you going to go or not? And I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to get hurt. And he's like, come on, just do it. And then I went, and I ended up being safe. But it's all fun. Do whatever you want. Do what you can do. There's no pressure into doing anything.
Hit amongst the infield. Short over to first. Not in time. Bailey Briggs tried to make the play.
Okay, in my defense, though, I should have listened to Jack. My daughter's at home at dinner before I left said, are you kidding me? You can't have that attitude, Dad. Don't say that on the air.
Now, Briggs is out there at shortstop with no visor on, trying to block the sun. Perhaps a disadvantage at short. Jojo, you're not wearing a visor now, and you were behind the plate. You obviously have the mask. You're not worrying about it. Does the visor, no visor, play an effect at all?
I've never really been a visor fan. I'm always sunglasses, so I don't know.
Oh, no.
Drops in the infield. They get the one at second. Briggs tags the St. Mary's runner, who is halfway between second and third.
Where's the batter go?
Batter's heading back to the dugout. We'll see how the umpires rule that. Perhaps an infield fly rule applied there to get the one out, and then tagging second base was Briggs for the second. So quickly, 2 outs gone by in the top of the 6th. Jojo, before we let you go during the change of the innings, you're headed off to Niagara University to play for the Purple Eagles. What was that process like committing to Niagara?
It was really hard because, I mean, COVID pushed back recruiting so far, and then, I mean, it was hard to be seen when you're not playing. So,
are you excited to be staying in Western New York?
I'm very excited. This is where I belong. I love it here. I can come home if I need to. It's not too far. I'm just so excited to join.
And your folks are going to be able to drive up and watch the games, and so we're thinking the Little Mac. They'll be able to drive out to New Jersey or New England, where other clubs are. So
yeah, that's what I'm really excited for. I mean, their support means all the world. Like, it means the world to me. No matter where I am, they would be there. So
make sure they buy a little heater.
I know, it'll be cold. It'll be cold.
Any thoughts? I just saw Niagara's men's basketball team's playing in Dublin next year. Any thoughts of going there to see the game?
I have never traveled as far as South Carolina, so
okay.
I haven't been on a plane. I'm looking to travel, but
you'll have a lot to look forward to with the club and going through that college experience.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Niagara softball's going back to Hawaii next year, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's big travel experience.
That's gonna be my first
Hawaii will
flight.
be your first
flight.
But your first time out of, say, like the East Coast area.
Yes.
It's a great place to visit, I bet.
I've never been there.
I know.
I mean, I've heard great things about it.
Casey Gottler goes down looking on a full count with 2 runners left on. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. Jojo Gibbons headed off to Niagara. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you so much for
We'll
having
be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning here. The Americans looking to get a run going. They're down 5-2. 3.5 innings left to be played from Depew High School in the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game. Joining us on the broadcast now, Julia Dumas out of Newfane. Julia, thanks for taking time out of the game to join us here now.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
When you come into a game like this, is there any thought of competitive edge? We've asked everyone that's come on with us so far, do you need to win this game or is it just go out and have fun?
It's nice to win, but definitely love just to see the competition and former teammates and people I've played against. It's nice to reconnect with them and just have fun.
Now, out of Newfane, you're headed to Princeton to play softball, yes?
Yes.
So what softball has to mean a good deal to you in your personal life then?
Oh, yes. 24/7 softball, and I love it. All the time, every weekend, I'm up for it.
I can take that.
I love that attitude. That is wonderful to hear, really. We come from a sporty family, so it's great.
Now, you watched all of the College World Series then this past couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome to watch, and Princeton was in there, so that was awesome to see. And to have the opportunity to watch them in there and play at that level.
I'm assuming you've done the campus tour?
Yes, but it was during COVID, so it was limited. So
Limited,
yes.
But it's a unreal campus.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful campus, best one I've seen.
Beautiful with a capital B. Yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
visited with one of my daughters before.
Yes.
Just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So Princeton, were there any other schools that were on your radar outside of them that may have been in the running for your final decision?
A couple of Ivy Leagues, but mainly Harvard.
Okay.
That was my number one for the longest time. But once I stepped on that Princeton campus, met the coaches, it was all over. I just fell in love.
Wow, just with the visuals of the campus itself?
Yes, and the coaches. Oh, they feel like family. When I was just talking to them, I really connected and enjoyed them.
So, Ivy League schools. You're a good student.
Yes, I'm salutatorian in my class.
Excellent.
No big
and
deal.
and as I keep mentioning, the women sports members of other clubs too generally help the general GPA of the university or college. So
Right.
you'll be pulling your weight, that's for sure.
Definitely.
A focus on a major yet, or?
I'm undecided, but I've kind of leaning towards public policy, and because a lot of girls on the team actually are involved in it, and they kind of piqued my interest when I was talking about it.
That's great.
What an interesting dugout vibe. This one hit to short. Throw over to first in time. Just like that. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th for the American squad.
Who's that right there? That was playing shortstop that inning.
Well, we'll get that out to you. We'll get that to you in just a second. MJ Martin heading to USF there. But our Ivy League student heading off to Princeton. We wish you the best of luck the rest of today and throughout your college career. We'll be watching
Thank
for
you.
sure.
I really appreciate it.
It was great to talk to you. Good luck to you.
Great to talk to you guys as well.
We'll
Thank
be back right after this on Western New York Athletics with the more of the 6th and the final 3 innings from the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Back for the top of the 7th inning from Depew High School in the first annual Gerry Gentner Senior All-Star Game. Leading things off, Morgan Mabey out of Salamanca. Cracks this one in the hole to right for a leadoff single as she beats the throw from right. Emma Brown joins us on the broadcast, also out of Salamanca. Well, first off, what can you say about Megan Mabey, who just gets herself a stand-up single to start off the inning?
She's literally insane.
Solid hit. Is that how she hit all year?
Yes.
Yeah. I liked her swing. Real smooth, real concise and compact.
Back-to-back first pitch hits for the national squad. They're up 5-2, and they're looking to add onto it. Emma Brown, you helped this team out earlier in this game with her thoughts of competitive edge entering today, and how badly do you want to win an all-star game?
Oh, I want to win so bad.
Love it.
I'm getting run over because I thought the more esoteric, they're super excited, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't listen to anybody. No, I know. No, I'm like down like, I don't know, 100 to 1 or maybe a half.
Now, Emma, an interesting story that Tom Prince kind of teased us with. You're going to Texas State next year.
Yes.
First off, why Texas State?
Well, I got family who lives in Texas, and it's like travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where is the college located?
San Marcos.
And where is San Marcos located? Within the state?
It's close to like San Antonio.
Morgan Mabey and Savannah Lingle score on a single to right. Make that a double, extending the lead 7-2 here in the 7th inning. Well, Emma, you look to have the win in good hands so far, and with still some incredible pitching due up for your squad. The amount of talent that's on the field here today. Have you ever played with a team or in a game with this much talent?
Right, yeah. Well, a lot of us travel together on Inferno. There's like 5 of us in there together.
No way. All on one squad.
Yeah.
And Inferno plays out of where?
Amherst.
Out of Amherst? I actually thought that for sure, but I've been wrong so many times today I didn't want to jump.
Salamanca to Amherst, do you make that drive for games all the time?
All the time.
No way.
Yep.
Did a lot of studying in the car?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's the life of a high school athlete and a college athlete too.
For sure.
A lot of study on the road, a lot of study on the way to games.
Yep.
2-2 in the dirt. A 3-2 count now. McKenna Rice out of North Collins stands in with a runner on second, looking to extend the lead. Swung on and missed, a strikeout.
Next up, representing Da Vinci Prep.
So Emma, any thoughts on your major you might be interested in?
Exercise science.
Exercise science, wow.
Yep.
Now going to Texas State, you're looking to walk on when you get there, correct?
Correct.
So what's that process like for you? Is there any extra training for you this summer?
Oh, yep. Speed training, weightlifting, all the above.
Where are you working out with these days? Any coaches potentially that Kevin may know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They're out of Salamanca. I have a strength coach. Just going with him.
There you go. We got you this far. Why not keep it going?
Right.
2 outs quickly turned by this American team's defense.
You seem very confident, a very confident young woman. So going down as a walk-on, you're going to carry that same confidence with you, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
We saw MJ Martin make an incredible play at shortstop the last inning. This time she steps up and slaps one into right. However, tracking under it from West Seneca West, Mac Miller makes the play to retire the side. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this. Emma, we'll let you go. Thanks for joining us in the broadcast, and good luck in your future.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after this with the bottom of the seventh.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Back for the bottom of the seventh. The American All-Stars looking to get a rally going. They turn to Brooke Froz out of Lancaster to start things off. Heading to Geneseo next year is the senior legend. 7-2, the Americans trailing. And some lineup changes, as have happened every inning for the national squad and the Americans. But for the national squad, they gave us a lineup for the field inning by inning before the game started. Paul, that has since changed. We have seen some lineup changes. Now Madeline Covelli moves to first base. That was an unexpected change for the national squad. And also now on the mound out of Eden is Jordan Lauer.
Yeah, I think our prep work has been turned upside down.
Lauer gets hit on the first pitch, making the second pitch of the inning. Brooke Froz is on first base, no outs and one ball here. Make it a 1-1.
We were making mention the national team and the dugout before coming out, and the American League team both started getting together, having a cheer. Both squads really want to. One wants to hold them down, and the other one wants to get a rally going.
Now, folks, we don't have an interview for this half inning. We'd love to fill you in on who this All-Star game is named after. The first annual Senior All-Star game in honor of Gerry Gettner. This one popped high down the third baseline, foul. He was the Will South softball coach from 1997 to 2011. In his 15-year career, a 259-65 record.
Amazing, right?
259 wins. 65 losses. Just to clarify, not a typo, 12-time league champions in 15 seasons, 8-time Section 6 champion, 3-time state champion in 2000, 04, and 06, and named Coach of the Year in the state all 3 of those seasons. In 2000, it was a perfect 20-0 record that won the first of 3 state titles in just his 4th year coaching. 4 years later, in 2004, a perfect 28-0 record won the team's 2nd title in 4 seasons. This one back to the pitcher, to second for 1, to first not in time, though the 6-foot Covelli stretched out to attempt to make the double play. She could not do so as the speed of the hitter got there first. 1 out gone by in the bottom of the 7th. We continue with Gerry Gettner's highlight reel, so to say. From 2003 to 2008, Gentner and the Will South Billies put together a 59-game league win streak. That record still stands today. The state record was set 46 straight wins, ending in the 2005 state championship game. An unbelievable record through few seasons. As you can understand, a coach of Gerry's caliber deserves to be recognized.
And what makes that amazing, anybody who knows public schools, you play with the kids who are in your district. Williamsville being a big district, has 3 high schools, all that talent spread out. Amherst, Central's near, Sweet Home, Clarence, to be able to do that year in, year out. It's a testimony to him.
We had the chance to speak to Michelle Switzer, a coach on the American squad today. She actually got to play under Gerry Gettner, and she told us a couple stories how Gerry would go home before the age of technology as we know it today, and iPhones and slow-mo cameras and stopping and starting videos as you please. Gerry would videotape on his camcorder a batter's swing on his team, take that videotape home, plug in the VCR on the TV, pause it during the swing, take a photo of the TV set, print out the photo of that batter's swing in a particular spot that he wanted to highlight, paste it into a notebook, and write down what they needed to change and give it to the player the next day.
No word format.
Word.
All handwritten. Just amazing. And then to find out he did that for his players, for competitors' players. He was one of those coaches. Of course, he wanted to win. He wanted his team to win. But he was a teacher at heart. He was a gentleman.
A true steward of the game. This one to second for 1. That's all they needed to retire the side. We talk more about Gerry Gettner. The reason we have this game here today, more in the top of the 8th. The Americans not able to put any runs up in the bottom of the 7th. The national squad looking to close things out in the final 2 innings from Depew High School. The first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game continues after this.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We're back here for the Top of the 8th inning on Western New York Athletics in the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Game. Glad you could join us for this tremendous occasion here today, celebrating the seniors off to college, most continuing their career, and at a high level at that. One of those players, Haley Simani, joining us here today. Haley's heading off to Niagara University next year. Haley, first off, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast, and congrats on making it here today. So
let it in.
Maybe we'll unmute your mic and let you
perfect.
go.
There you go.
So, Haley, talk about, let's first start with your high school career and any special moments that may have stood out to you over the last few years.
Honestly, just the whole high school experience was really special to me. Getting to know everyone and playing with some of my best friends for 4 or 5 years was something really that I'll remember forever.
So you started as an 8th grader.
Yes.
8th grader on varsity. Can you think back to that time? I know it's been a long time since then. What was that team like, and what was your role on that team?
I did play short that year, and the team, they were very welcoming. It was mostly full of seniors, but they made me feel very, very comfortable and confident, so they were really awesome towards me.
At West Seneca East, you definitely had some stiff competition within your own class, never a night off when you're playing at West Seneca East.
Yes.
How do you think that playing in that class, playing against tough competition like Depew and the talent that you see on a regular basis has prepared you for not only your senior year but eventually for Niagara?
Yeah, it's just going from high school to travel. It's really pretty much the same. We're seeing the same girls, same competition, so it's really beneficial.
Here today, we've got a lot of travel players. Now, you're not a part of the Inferno, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm sure there were 6 or 7 girls over there that were. Had you known anyone in this game here today before coming to the field?
Yeah, most of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tight-knit community, the softball
It really is, yeah.
Now, did you play any other sports?
Yeah, I played basketball and volleyball too, and then soccer in middle school.
Wow.
Okay, ran the gamut. Okay.
a four-sport athlete.
Representing Royhart, Rihanna Perkins.
There's Tom Prince on the public address today.
Tom doing a nice job out there, keeping things light and lively and moving this game right along.
Now, Tom's keeping things light and lively, and the national team, I'm sure, is doing the same, up 7-2. How's your competitive edge doing today, and how badly would you like to take home a win?
It's doing good.
Swung on. That's a hard hit down the third base line and foul. Got a chance to speak with Rihanna Perkins earlier this game. She's up to bat now with a 1-2 count against her. 1 out gone by in the top of the 8th inning. The national squad looking to add on to their lead.
So Niagara University,
yes.
What did you like about Niagara that made you choose them?
I loved everything about Niagara, from the campus to the coaches and the players. The whole atmosphere just seemed really welcoming and kind of perfect for me.
Great, and I know it's early in your academic career for college, not there yet, but going to be soon. If you have a focus towards something you might want to do, or you just wait and see?
Yeah, I'm going to wait and see. I'm still undecided, so I'll start in the academic exploration program and then see where I go from there.
Good.
Rihanna gets hung out to dry there. Hallie Lorimer got her looking with a pitch on the outside. Lorimer, a shorter pitcher in her own right, has quite the rising pitch we've seen so far in this 8th, 2 outs gone by. Haley looking to go to Niagara University next year. We're going to pepper you with questions about NU. What stood out to you about the program and the coaches that made you go with NU, or were there any other schools in the mix that you thought perhaps you'd go there instead?
Yeah, there were a couple, but for Niagara, they seemed to really care about me and my academics too, so that was had me leaning towards them.
Now, are your folks happy you're staying local? They can come up and see you. You can come home whenever you really feel like it.
It's not too far, not too close, so it's perfect, right in the middle.
Yeah, that's good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Long enough where they'll need to call you before barging in. That'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. We'll be back with the bottom half. Haley, thanks for joining us here so far. We'll let you go and enjoy the rest of this game with your team and what looks like to be a victory for the National All-Stars.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back with the bottom of the 8th after this.
Thank you.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Back here for the bottom of the 8th inning in the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Softball Classic. It's a 7-2 classic on a beautiful night in Depew, New York. Sun just beginning to set, a purple hue in the sky out to center field. A beautiful night for softball and for a celebration of the senior class graduating this year and moving on. Most of these athletes moving on to the next level and playing collegiate softball. Joining us here for the bottom of the 8th inning, Lily Lauk out of St. Mary's. We're also joined by the head coach of the Lancers, Kevin Hufford. Kevin, thanks for jumping back onto the call with us.
Sure thing.
And Lily, thank you for joining us for the bottom of the 8th. Congrats first off for making it here today to the All-Star game. And could you just speak on a little what this season has meant for you and being named an All-Star, what that means to you personally?
This season was very important for me because it was my first regular season on St. Mary's varsity, so I wanted to make the most of it. And making it to the All-Star game really capped off the season. It was really exciting.
That's a great rise quickly, right?
Yes.
So you should have been our third year on the team, but we had COVID, and then we had a weird year.
Gotcha.
This was our first normal.
Your first normal
finger
year.
quotes.
Yes.
When you say weird year, Coach, what do you mean by that?
Oh, everything was weird last year. Some places you had to wear a mask to play softball. Some places
To
you
play
didn't.
Some
Some places you had to wear a mask and sanitize the ball in between. Some places you had to have 6 for your side, 6 for their side. It was a debacle.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was no states. Everything was a little different last year.
Lily, so I see you're wearing a UB hat?
Yes, my UB visor.
So you're going to be a bull.
Yes.
Okay, we have a
Super
little
excited.
we have a little of that in our family, so cheers out for UB.
Horns up.
Horns up,
Paul,
that's
your,
right.
Your daughter played at UB?
Yep, I had a daughter who played soccer at UB, had a nice career there, and actually just graduated with her master's from UB. So it's a great school all the way around.
Hit hard to short. They decline to go for the double play. I beg your pardon. They just get the runner at first. Thought I saw a runner coming from first to second.
No, kick came from third home, though.
Tough to keep track of things in the All-Star game. Everyone wearing a different colored uniform. Lily, when you get to put on the Lancer white, blue again, what does it mean to you to wear that jersey one more time and in a game where everyone's got different colors on?
I'm happy to represent my school because it really gave me a lot of opportunities, and I just think I played for the best high school team out there.
True story.
Great moment there. Now, you went to St. Mary's. Where are you originally from?
Lakeview, so I would have went to Frontier.
Okay, so what drew you to St. Mary's outside of Coach?
Wasn't me.
I needed a change for myself, and my mom works in Lancaster, so it was an easy commute there, and I felt like I fit there.
We just got lucky.
There you go. Now talk about that. Your first year on varsity was this year. So what happened the previous 2 years? What was your story like? Where were you playing-wise?
Well, my sophomore year, I did make varsity. It was just got cut out and completely.
Canceled the
Spring
season
sport.
after
Yeah.
the 4th day of tryouts.
And then my junior year, we did play. I did play on varsity, but it was shortened seasons. So that's what
Okay.
I meant by that.
First full year this year.
Yeah, full
Okay.
year. It was so exciting to play. I'm glad I got the full from March practice. I felt prepared.
Just felt normal, right?
Yeah.
That's what you grew up with.
Yes.
And getting to win The Monsignor Martin title at that. A pretty good way to go out your senior year. How about the change up there? Dirty stuff coming from the pitcher from Eden.
I'll tell you, I'm looking at that. I thought she had a string. She was pulling it back. It's coming out fast and went zoop. How you guys do this in softball. It's just amazing. It's so fun to watch.
That's
Lydia
buddy,
Kobe.
Lil.
Lydia Kobe's been absolutely stellar on
That's
the mound.
not Kobe. That's Jordan Lauer. Lydia Kobe
I
plays
beg your
short.
pardon.
We got you.
There
We
you
got
go. That's why we brought you in, Kevin.
So Lily, St. Mary's, academic focus.
What do you want to do? What are you doing there?
I'm gonna major in biology.
Oh, you've already decided?
Yeah.
Well,
For
as I continue to say, young women going to college, young women athletes carry the GPA for the school. So those football playing boys, and there's some smart ones, but there's some who might be more, like me. Anyway, so you're gonna do great in biology, tough major.
I'm really excited. That's the subject I really liked throughout high school, so I'm excited to learn more about it.
And you're at a great university for it. It could take you into many different fields.
Now, UB's got a good opportunity for traveling as well with studying abroad. Have you looked into any of that at all, or is softball kind of keeping you grounded?
Yeah, I think softball will keep me at the school because they practice all year round, so I probably won't be able to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say no half semesters in France or anything. Your travel will be going down south in the spring and traveling a little bit regionally.
I'm excited to see where we go and to see if I can see any of my friends playing D1 around the country too.
Oh yeah, great. And you want to win a championship, right?
Of course.
You go there to win.
Of course. It's always the goal.
I love the fact that UB is they look local for the best talent locally. They look elsewhere too, but a lot of the best players come right from this area.
Chittister pops that one up down the first base line. Lauer makes the play to retire the side for the 8th inning. It's the final inning coming up, the 9th. We turn to the National League team looking to extend their current 4-run lead. However, 4 runs if it stands heading into the bottom of the 9th. The American team will get a chance to tie things up or walk things off. Should be an exciting ending to the All-Star game. First annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star game. Thank you for joining us so far on the broadcast. Good luck the rest of the way tonight. Hope you can come from behind, perhaps celebrate a victory here, and good luck at UB. We'll definitely be watching.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with the 9th after this.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
We're back for the top of the 9th inning. A 7-3 lead for the National All-Stars. The American All-Stars with rally caps on the bench looking to spark a comeback. However, they'll need to start the comeback on defense here, and they turn to the Will North pitcher, Hallie Lorimer.
Now I don't want to sound, rooting for one side or the other, but I'm a Yankee fan and American League. So I'm looking for these the American team today now to come up with a big rally and go up 8-7.
Reagan Chittister makes the play at first base for the first out of the top of the 9th. This one high in the air again off the end of the bat. Popped up. A 7-3 lead, Paul. Let's turn back to Gerry Gettner's Hall of Fame career. We want to wrap up things in the 9th by mentioning his standout career. This one ripped up the middle, diving play at short, throw from the knees, in time off the hop. What a toss there.
What a great play that was, wasn't it? In a great scoop by the first baseman.
Lancaster's Brooke Froz makes the play in the hole. What a toss over, even with the hop, got it in time. 2 down in the top of the 9th. Now joining us on the broadcast, Rachelle Saterick, if I did get that right.
Yeah, you're good.
Rachelle, thanks for joining us here for the 9th. Be it a brief interview at that. You're off to Deauville next year out of East Aurora. Talk about the recruiting process and why you ended up to go with Meg Asham and the Saints.
So I'm unfortunately not playing softball there, but
Okay.
I heard great things about their nursing program because I have always wanted to be a nurse and go in the medical field, and I've heard amazing things about everything there. And it really caught my eye, honestly. It wasn't my first choice, but when I went to their open house, I just loved the campus, and it was great.
You get to stay local as well.
Get to stay local, nursing.
Yeah.
I have a daughter who's a nurse at ECMC. Takes special people to do nursing. You got to love it. It's got to be in your blood. That's a great, great career choice.
Thank you so much.
I think you'll love it at Deauville. My older daughter, Bridget, went to Deauville, and she is now a labor and delivery nurse at Sisters.
That's exactly what I want to do, so
Oh, man.
perfect.
If you ever need somebody to talk to, I'll hook you up with Bridget.
Thank you so much.
That's what we've got for the top of the 9th. 3 up, 3 down as the American team looks to spark a comeback. Rachelle, did you come into this game wanting to win badly?
Of course. Who doesn't?
You got a chance to do so here, up 4 runs, heading to the bottom of the 9th. We don't want to hold you too long. You can get back to your team
Oh my Lord,
in
you're
the
fine.
dugout for the 9th inning, at least for the celebration that we're sure will ensue. Now, throughout your softball career at East Aurora, are there any special moments that stood out?
Honestly, actually against Pioneer, it got rained out, but then the entire team went to Tim Hortons, and it was so much fun. Like, all the bus rides are just amazing, and, like, team bonding is, of course, the best part.
Always the best memories on the buses.
I have 4 daughters, 3 played sports. Every single one says bus rides are fun.
Yeah.
And George Weimer School.
Oh, my love. I love Coach. Oh, my Lord.
7-3 here, a 4-run lead. And the national team turns to the pitcher out of Williamsville East. Looks to be number 7, Reagan Zakluski. You couldn't ask for a better closing pitcher there. Zakluski steps up to the mound.
So I have a question, because this might be an unfair question, but you were an athlete,
Yes.
and now you've decided to focus in on academics. Are there some things that you've learned through your athletic career that you think will help you moving up into college with those type of academics?
Definitely. I think confidence is key in anything, and if you go up to the plate, you need confidence. You need to know, like, you see the ball and you hit it. And with academics, you need to see the curriculum, and you need to study it, and you need to hit that mark too. So
I'll tell you, you come across extremely confident, very well spoken. That's a great answer for
Thank you so
for anybody
much.
who's listening, because we love sports. We absolutely love it, adore it. And then the college time is also for the academics. So, which comes down to why Jack asked you if you want to win or not, because see, like, I'm so old, I forget that it's really about winning all the time. And I'm saying, these young people are coming here, they're going to celebrate each other and blah, 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 blah. And he fell asleep when I was talking. And then he woke up and told me I was wrong. And every single athlete has told me they want to win.
yeah, of course I want to win, but the experience here it's great. Like, honestly, going out of this game, like, you take so much with you with it throughout, like, your season. Like, this is my last game, and I take so much with it.
And this being the first annual All-Star game for the seniors specifically. There have been games in the past that had sophomores and juniors and kind of a hodgepodge of players from across the section. This one, official event put on by Western New York Athletics. What does it mean to be selected to the first annual event like this? And you can always tell anyone that you meet, I was in the first one of those. What does that mean to you?
Oh my Lord, I'm so honored to be here right now, and like the feeling is amazing. Like I never thought I'd be selected into this, and it feels amazing to be here and to see all the different schools, all the different girls. They are great ball players. Like I never realized like high school teams, they play hard. They don't come to play.
Allie Durnell goes down swinging for the first out in the bottom of the ninth. 1 out gone by and a 1-1 count here. The final 2 batters due up for the National League.
Rochelle, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what type of nursing are you most interested in? You think at this point?
I think I'm most interested in NICU nursing and being in the NICU with the neonatals and all that and labor and delivery. I really want to start out as a travel nurse to start paying back all my loans. Definitely, but
you can make good money.
Yeah, but my goal right now is a NICU nurse.
That's wonderful. On a side note, I call her Miracle Maggie, across the street from us. She was born, she was no bigger than my pinky, and she's made it. And it's only because of the efforts and the everyday efforts of those nurses. They were at Children's when she was born, very early, obviously, and every day we were cheering her on, praying for her, and then she comes home. But all that hard work those nurses did.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I want to make miracles happen, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, Rochelle, barring a miracle here, your team's going to walk away with a victory. 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch from Zakluski swung on, hit up the middle. That'll extend the bottom of the ninth with 1 runner on. Rochelle, we want to thank you for joining us here. We'll let you get back to the dugout, celebrate with your team, enjoy the evening, get a bunch of pictures, and definitely take all this in and remember it.
Thank y'all.
Good luck to you. For Alana Leeshak.
And go Duval.
And we'll be cheering on the Saints indeed. 2 strikes, I beg your pardon, 2 outs gone by in the ninth. A runner on first. Out of Wilson, it's Bella Lemke who stands on first base. An 0-2 count. She disagreed with the first 2 called strikes. Ends up hitting one right up the gut. This one smacked down the first base line and foul.
Hey, touch it out front.
7-3 the score. Kevin, you're allowed to cheer for these players here. We'd all like to see a comeback and perhaps extra innings.
This kid's been hitting with me since she was 11 years old. I want to see her knock one out of the park.
What's something that she's had to learn and has potentially overcome since you started working with her?
She's kind of an anxious hitter, so she's got to let the ball get deep. But her first foul ball went foul down the first baseline, so she's doing that. We're trying to keep our body late and then go fast.
Tess watches ball 2 to even things up 2 apiece. 2 outs gone by.
She could probably bench press anybody else on the field. She's very strong. She has been since she was little. Now she works at that part hard too.
The 2-2.
So, Coach, I got a question. So, do you try to when you're teaching hitters to hit, pull hitting all the way around the field hitting? How do you do that?
I try to teach them to hit it where it's pitched. Inside goes to the left, outside goes to the right, middle goes back up the middle.
The 3-2 swung on and missed. That'll do it for the ninth and the game. The final score, 7-3. The National League team takes the victory in dominant fashion, though they were losing 2-0 after the first inning. The national team storms all the way back to take home a dominant 7-3 victory here from Depew High School in the first annual Gerry Gettner Senior All-Star Classic. We thank you for joining us here on Western New York Athletics throughout the softball season. We hope to have you back next year right here on WNYA. For our entire crew here, for all 3 cameras along the fence, Francis Beck working the 1, 2s, and 3s today. All of the cameras he has had to control. For Paul Catrona and Kevin Hufford, I'm Jack Cruiser, and I bid you adieu. So long. Have a nice night.